ready to go to ISIS yet?
Let's go.
I'm going to talk with Zuka and have him start a shuttle flight check. After that, we'll head out. How are the port stabilizers?
They check out Mandalore. All systems are green.
Good. I want the shuttle bound for Onderon within the hour. What do you want?
Is all in readiness?
It is. Like I promised. Why? You want to back out now?
My only concerns are for the one you escort to Onderon, Mandalorian. Would you do any less for one of your clan?
Don't pretend to understand us. We Mandalorians are a breed apart.
If by apart you mean scattered, broken, and lost, then yes, you are correct.
Not for long. Soon the Mandalorians will be strong again, united as one clan under one banner. Mine.
Ah, yes, the Great Crusade, after the first one was ended by Revan and the Jedi. Such a defeat was merciful, an echo of the end, when your ships were in flames, crushed in the grip of Malachor V. But I do not need to remind you of such things.
I was at Malachor V, and I remember how many Jedi died to stop us there. And no matter how many dead orbit that planet, the Mandalorians still live. Clan Ordo still lives. See Kex there? He was serving on Nar Shaddai's muscle for the Hutts. Kelborn was a scout for the Duros on Frontier Worlds. I brought them here, gave them a purpose. This galaxy will be ours again, I promise you. That is the future.
Indeed. The future is always in motion. It is a difficult thing to see. Perhaps there will be no New Age Mandalore, no great Mandalorian crusade. Perhaps your people fought their last battle at Malachor V, and you have been dying ever since, a quiet death that will last centuries. And perhaps all that remains will be what I see before me. A man wounded by a Jedi, encased in a Mandalorian shell, hunted by the thought of being the last of the Mandalorians.
You've got some guts talking to me like that. You think your age or your Jedi whelp are going to keep you safe from me?
No, Mandalore, you are wrong. I hope that it is you who will keep the one I travel with safe. You are loyal, and you have served many masters, even when they abandoned you. Do you wonder where she wanders now, Mandalore? Why she gave you your orders, then abandoned you at the edge of the galaxy?
How do you know that?
I know many things, and I can answer the question that burns within your shell, Mandalore. But there is a price. You must keep the one I travel with safe. She is important to me, more important than anything. Show the same loyalty you have shown in the past, Mandalore. If there is a Mandalorian crusade, let it be for something that will carry your people's memory into the future. So when the time comes when there are no more Mandalorians, then at least their honor will remain. The one I travel with has walked your same path, and I ask that when the end comes, that you remember that kinship, even if it seems there is nothing else left.
Forget the Jedi. Keep your eyes on her.
I mean, that's fair.
1, 2, 3.
Mandalorians, we've got company. Stealth targets have breached our perimeter.
Wait a moment. I sense there is a disturbance in the camp. Our enemy has tracked us here. I did not expect them so soon. How did they get here, I wonder? Regardless, we must eliminate them all. None of them can escape. Our whereabouts must remain a secret. Let us join the battle. Our allies will need our help.
Oh my god, there was so much in that. I might start to make another connection. Chris says something else that completely sidetracks me. Like, she's actually encouraging me to help someone for once. Yeah, let me catch up on chat. You says... I know it says you do story or get XP, you should check on companions, check for additional dialogue. Yeah, that's true. I just lost my place in chat. Ah, gotcha, Beskar. Perhaps I think Bastila knew his family would die maybe could have prevented. Kreia pulls no punches. No, she certainly does not. Nor is she the least bit subtle about her behind-the-scenes dealings. There will be, because I saw Mandalorian, the Disney series. Mandalorians in the future, I assume is what you're talking about. He knows the story plot for you. The player for the actual protagonist. No, it's a player because you saw the site info. Yes, but definitely before a character does, for sure. Hang on, I want to go back to something bad. Crushed in the grip of Malachor 5. This is interesting. Malachor 5 is a planet, right? He did say Clan Ordo. Man wounded by a Jedi. Cased on a Mandalorian shell. So many. I think I know what she they're talking about too. Oh yeah, it would make sense if it's a moon, since it's numerical. It's paused, Beskar. They'll conveniently wait. It's because this part is goofy and constantly breaks the scripting for whatever reason. I recommend you make your way main camp area before you fight. Okay. Make your way to the main camp area before you fight anyone. Stay away from the headquarters. I don't think I can fast travel to my ship in this game anyway, right? Chris knew about you being Revan, I think. At least suspected. Interesting. He does seem like the sort who would, like, suspect it, but maybe not, like, fully even acknowledge it to himself. And then act out the surprise and shock reaction, but kind of get over it faster than you'd expect him to, because some part of him already kind of guessed as much, I guess. So I had to go back and took in a bit more of that dialogue because that was really interesting. Okay, okay. Main camp area? Are you talking about where they first intercepted me? Like, out in the jungle? Or... I assume by, stay away from headquarters, I assume you mean the command center where, Mandalore was, right? Okay. Basically head down here and then hug the wall around this way toward the jungle, I'm guessing. Outside edge here. Thank you for the tip. And dodge these guys, I'm guessing. If I can. Did I click that? Oh, they're just giving me an opportunity to... Okay, for a second... Something about the required party configuration. I thought that they were requiring me to have somebody in particular, but it doesn't look like they are. It just looks like they're giving me an opportunity to... Game gaslighting you? Yeah, right. Don, thank you for the follow. Mahafi? I'm very sorry. I am terrible with the names. Oops. That's...
You didn't think you were the only ones with stealth generators, did you? For Mandalore!
Saw some clips from YouTube, figured I'd stop by. Love this gaming content. I'm glad you did. Welcome in. Glad you enjoyed my clips. Every once in a while I lapse for a few days, but I try and keep up with it. Didn't want you to miss this. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm safe to fight now? I don't have to, like, worry about continuing to avoid the thing, or am I still in the, like, skirt the edges point here? Was a mass shadow generator anyways? And by who? I think it was meant to kill all Mandalorian enemies? Mass shadow generator. Oh, still try to avoid the command center. Okay. One second. The cat went. Okay, where is Doctor? Oh, he's right. Okay, for a second I was afraid he was still back in the north part of the camp. I was like, God damn it. I wonder if he'll let me redirect him. What do you mean she can't see all the way over there? Oh, right. I have the better speed. Gravity generator? Multiplying the planet's gravity. Gotcha. Remember the first KOTOR game, the Leviathan? I do remember the Leviathan. Interdictor used a mass shadow to pull ships out of hyperspace. Oh, yeah. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's how they got us. Beskar, you know, announcing a spoiler can sometimes just be a spoiler in and of itself, right? I'm not going to think too hard about what you're talking about because I might spoil it for myself, but I'm just saying. The more you say it's a spoiler, the more likely somebody is to kind of get the idea, you know? Ooh, look at all that pretty damage. Just a parade of running people who can't decide who they want to hit. Okay, it's too busy to talk to you right now. Got it. Hopefully, I'm about as far from the command center as I can get. It's fine. I'm just kind of, you know, pointing out that in this case, it's okay, but just so you know, for future reference, they could potentially defeat the purpose. Oh, what a shocker. There's another enemy. Oh. Interesting that they're still stealthed, but I can target them.
This won't take long.
And killing, rinse, and repeat. Yep.
How do you like that? This won't take long. You asked for it. How do you like that?
Hey, tough motherfuckers, aren't they? It's okay, I knew what you meant. Yes, especially if you're on Terrace, Karth is super OP. Karth is the lifesaver and the party carrier. Shit. Does she have... Do I have? Don't think either of us do. Nope. Damn. I don't remember whether it's 1 or 2 people now. I think Atten has the, like, I don't remember what it's called, but the bring a companion back to life. Animation says, because you're stronger in the Force, so the assassins become stronger. Makes sense. 16th Onion says, surprise, it's more Sith! I am shocked. I'm truly shocked. Lore-wise, at least. Game-wise, it's because you're higher level. Yes, also that. It's been a while since we've had a battle long enough that I there are more of them back over there now. There's always randomly just one super strong Sith assassin. It really does seem like that, honestly. She missed a fight because she didn't walk the ship. Well, that was going to be my next question is, am I supposed to be going out into the jungle? Or do I need to go back and help those dudes? You said unless you Unless you want all possible XP and interactions, but didn't specify which option they were referring to. 16th Onion said go back. Information said you can head to the command center. Okay, gotcha. I will speed run then. Unfortunately faster than my... Oh, hi. Fancy meeting you all here. Make sure I'm remembering correctly which thing does which area. Meters of meat. Well. Are they fighting with regular battle staffs? He's already wearing the best medium armor I've got. Oh, he is wielding the blade that has the -2 defense bonus. I might change that for this one, just because there's so many of them. I don't think I remembered to upgrade either one of these. He has the dueling thing, I think. Or not. Why did I think he was a duelist? Okay, never mind. Oh wait, what was I looking at? That's not the one that, unless I already switched it. I might have done. It's sort of a yellow, it's sort of a greenish white, which I guess makes it look a little bit more yellowish. Yeah, I know which ones are area of effects. I just don't remember which ones are around the attacker or around the target or in like an area in front of you. Like there are different like formations of AoEs, I guess. Okay. That was weird. Clicking things I didn't mean to be clicking or didn't realize I was clicking. I don't know. Is my AoE person. Or at least the most AoE person I currently have. That one's a 10-meter radius of the target. What is the closest to the middle? Sure, we'll go with you. Close enough. I also can never remember which one of these has like a within range. This one is just all party members. Good. I always forget about the enemies with 10 meters within 10 meters apart, though. There are buffs going here. Mason said, I'm sorry if that section was a bit awkward. Obviously, you're supposed to just fight your way to the command center, but for some odd reason, it'll sometimes immediately trigger the script to leave the planet. Oh, and skip the entire fight unless you do specifically. Okay, gotcha. 2004 game moment. Well, I appreciate the tip, especially if it's known to happen with reserved content mod. Also there. Oh, how convenient that they were all clustered close together. I'm not sure if I want to scatter them just yet.
What's going on? This won't take long.
Oh my god, that's so loud. That was kind of funny.
Seems trouble follows you on a regular basis. I think it's best for both of us if we head to Isis immediately. Grab your gear. My men will take care of cleaning up the mess.
Yeah, the gang's all here. Insanity with reverb, yeah, really. Beans Onion says, I remember getting a cyan crystal here and loving it. Ooh. Oh, that sounds so cool. I want a cyan crystal. Drops are random though. Ooh. But now I know it's possible. And that's exciting. Honestly, my mind's still going back to that conversation I had with Atten about my lightsaber color, because I assume all the colors that it mentioned. Hey, Boing! Welcome. Thanks for the follow. There were a lot of cool sounding colors in there. And I assume they all exist. Because, sorry if that was loud. Cat is causing chaos, of course. As he is wont to do. Somebody let me know, I think it was just last week, that most of Baldora's influence is actually gained or requires you to have him in the party rather than conversations. So I'm open to knowledgeable recommendations if there's somebody else I should bring, but well, actually I guess Mandalore isn't required, but it doesn't make any sense to not bring him, I guess. Oh, you get cyan in the flashback trial by saying you forgot the color. Interesting. Damn, my literalist brain. I was like, I can't... I mean, I guess she could have been bullshitting about it, but... Okay, it's tricky. If you want Mira or Goto influence, take them. Okay. So, I take it I'm not going to be... Formation says there are influence opportunities with Baldor and Onderon. He says, I always thought good to take them all, but take some in different interactions or possibilities sometimes. Yeah. My biggest thing in this game is that I apparently wasn't diligent enough about talking to people when I was playing through KOTOR 1 because I missed out on the possibility for a romance arc entirely. Because I progressed the plot faster than I was talking to people, I guess. So, especially knowing that people have plot relevant influence and stuff like that in this game, I don't want to miss out on those things if I can help it, which is also part of why I haven't been bringing Atten and Visas with me basically since we left Nar Shaddaa, is because they both gained so much influence there that I'm pretty sure they're maxed out at this point. Yeah, it makes sense to bring Mandalore. Okay, so on the one hand, I'm intrigued by Goto. I won't lie. He's a very interesting character. On the other hand, he's annoying as fuck. Which, kind of in spite of myself, bumps him a little lower on my priority list. Because he's interesting from a character development standpoint. But on a who do I want as company standpoint, he's annoying and just an asshat. I haven't gained a lot of influence with Mira yet either. I guess the main reason I had been focusing on Bao-Dur was because he's been with me longer than so many of the other companions. And he kind of ended up getting left behind for the whole Nar Shaddaa rescue thing because I needed Visas for healing. Formation says Mira and Bao-Dur have influence opportunities for sure. Hard to reveal specifically what they are. Fair enough. Fair enough. I can always tell you after the fact who gets influence with what. Gotcha. Which one of the two of them should I start out with, do you think? I'm partially considering I'm less worried about getting every influence opportunity for every person that's available. But I don't want to end up in a situation where, like, for example, until you guys told me, I had no idea that so much of Bao-Dur's influence is through, like, having him in the party rather than conversation. So I very easily could have gone way too far in the game and missed, like, for all I know, a huge number of influence opportunities with him because I was just like... Because I thought that there would also be conversation opportunities, if that makes sense. So, like, if Mira is the same way, I'll try and, like, kind of switch them out evenly. If, like, Mira can gain influence conversation more than Bao-Dur can, I'll probably prioritize Bao-Dur a little more, that kind of thing. Interactions with all companions makes them stronger one way or another. Yeah. I didn't miss the message, Beskar. I saw it. Like I told you before, I read all of them. I don't... When it's an active chat, like tonight, I don't necessarily read every single one out loud or respond to, like, every single one individually, but yeah, I did see that they were random drops. That was, like, the first message you sent about the cyanide crystals, I think. Wasn't it? Probably Mira. Don't need much non-dialogue influence. Okay, cool. You gain one thing of influence. Sure. Bao-Dur on Dantooine. Good to know. Okay, cool. We'll start with Mira then. Thank you, guys. See, this is why I love playing these games on stream, is because I don't have to stress out wondering, like, overthinking mechanics that I may or may not even be guessing right about, because I can ask you guys, and you guys know. And you're kind enough to tell me without spoiling stuff. It's awesome. What I mean is I appreciate the hell out of you guys. Ooh. Onion says I love helpful KOTOR fans. Absolutely.
Vaklu's saying that the Republic ship attacked first? That's madness!
Unfortunately, lie or not, it's a madness people will believe.
The timing of this is atrocious. A space battle above our skies? So many of our fighters lost?
Curiously, only Tobin's men were involved in that battle.
That shooter!
Strong word, Your Majesty. But there is no good time for news like this. I recommend we continue with our plan.
But won't that bring even more followers to Vaklu's side? Increasing his power?
For a time, perhaps. But we both know he's not the true threat. It's his unseen support from the shadows that we must drag out into the light. Then, and only then, can we strike.
I fear by then it will be too late.
Here we are, the city of Isis. It's been shut down tight for months now. General Vaklu is close to declaring martial law. We won't be able to travel too far in the city. Fortunately, I have a friend in this quarter of the city. He's a doctor by the name of Dagon Gent. His office is on the other side of the market square.
Isis is
It might
pretty.
be best if you do the talking around here. The Onderonians have a mixed view of Mandalorians after we conquered their world.
Or everywhere I've been has a very mixed view of Jedi too, but fair enough. Don't get discouraged if you have trouble finding influence opportunities though. So goofy in this game. Gotcha. Ooh, she said a bad word. She isn't a bad word. Probably depends on who you're asking. I'm guessing, like, people in our age range wouldn't consider it a bad word, but maybe somebody's granny might. Or something. Yeah, we gotta... Level 6, okay. I was like, wait, what level am I leveling him up from? Master Rapid Shot is as good as Master Flurry is in this game. He's who I suspect he is. He's probably pretty friggin' ancient at this point. You give him the saving throws because I suspect his will saves are pretty low. Yep. Also reflex, actually. Oh, Shadow. Shadow's like the C word for Twi'leks. Ah, gotcha. I assume you mean the C word if anybody other than an Australian says it. Treasure 1, yeah. 2 chances to get Sith uniform? Don't know if it's possible to keep uniform after Tars. Yeah, no, because you have to... You give it to the Bex guy, right? Hmm. Now you get Master Appetite. Oh, I didn't even realize they had changed how toughness works. Or maybe they didn't. Maybe I just never paid enough attention before. No, an Aussie C word. 10% of any damage over 20 points suffered. I assume they... No, retains the +1 vitality point per level granted by toughness. Does that mean they stop gaining it when they take improved toughness, or do they keep gaining it? It doesn't say it replaces it, so I guess they keep it. That would make more sense anyway. They did change it slightly. Bonus to cumulative, gotcha. Just increasing his demolitions and awareness until I'm sure that he'll be able to see enemies that are like 20 feet away. First game, I think level 2 just gave you a flat 2 reduction off all damage. Okay. Noting that the improved toughness damage reduction stacks with each damage type. If you take 2 different types of damage from one attack, will reduce the damage from both. Oh. Oh. That is definitely worth noting. Oh, that's very worth noting. Thank you. Do both damage types have to be over 20 points? Or does the total have to be over 20 points? Like, for your example, if you took 10 points of slashing and 20 points of fire or something, would it take it off both? Or would it only take it off of the damage types where you took like 20 points or more of that specific damage type? Partying was a baddie, says Troop. Gotcha. It's still pretty good though. Even precise shot this time, but I might just. Oh, I probably should have put those 2 skill points into dexterity, shouldn't I? Even if he doesn't... Hang on. He does have a +1 dexterity already. I remembered it being a 0 because, of course, he's wearing heavy armor. But that's his to-hit skill with blaster rifle, right? And I'm pretty sure there is no reverse of the finesse melee weapons, unless I'm mistaken, like where you can use strength for a ranged weapon. He can't wear other armor, so I don't give him dex. Prefer him as melee. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't even remember. Assuming he is who I think he is. It's a pretty distinctive last name. Sorry, my brain got sidetracked trying to think of why that was triggering a reference in my brain. If you've seen Leverage, Elliot Spencer was the reference I was thinking of. It's a very distinctive whatever. Anyway, beside the point, probably nobody even got the reference. I saw that he had the he was already maxed out in blaster rifle skills. I saw that, and then I saw that he had the second 2 of Power Blast and Rapid Shot, and I kind of just doubled down on it without really thinking about it. Nope. Now I don't know whether to split. Because I just put levels into, like, Master Rapid Shot, and the first 3 precise shots, and the second close combat thing. And now I don't know whether to just double down and use his next couple of skill things and or equipment to try and boost his dex a bit, or whether to split and give him like one of each and just have him like more spread out in terms of he gets a shit ton of feats. You can easily split. Okay. I might just do that then. Reload passive. This chance to get second uniform. Oh well. I'm trying to do as much as possible. $18 con. Yeah. Probably should have put that one in con, honestly. Especially since there are like upgrades and things to ranged weapons that can add to attack bonus. That was probably not a good idea, but oh well. They at least gave you the stats page on the level up screen, so you don't have to try and remember what the given character's current stats are, which is a nice improvement, but they still don't let you take back something that you haven't hit except on yet. If you already hit okay, then that's it. Or reload a save, I guess. I can? Oh, pfft. There's a back button there. Shh, nobody saw that. The only point of no return is finishing the level up. Gotcha. I'm not crazy that that was not the case in KOTOR 1 though, right? Like, I'm pretty sure you couldn't go back there, right? Please tell me that I didn't go the entire game of KOTOR 1 without realizing I could go back there too. It was the same in KOTOR 1. Damn it. Well, I never claimed to be the brightest bulb. Here we are. Interesting that he has 2 random skill points in stealth. Done playing for today. Time to watch only. And now, Tim, no insulting yourself. It's not good for you. Nonsense. Having a healthy sense of humor in yourself is totally good for you. After all, can't laugh at yourself. What the hell can you laugh at? Maybe Kelborn tried to teach him but gave up halfway through. There you go. About the lore of GTA 5 and aliens? Pretty good lore and Easter eggs? Is 100% a blaster companion. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I was actually really surprised when I first picked her up that she wasn't higher in stealth. To be fair, because I'm not as familiar with the classes in KOTOR as I am with like the attributes because of D&D. I do tend to think more in terms of like attribute dominant categories than I do in terms of classes. Like it makes sense for her not to be high in stealth if stealth is not a class skill for her. But in my head she's so dexy that it's like surely she's sneaky. Plus she just kind of seems like the type who would be good at stealth. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. If I can't remember next time I go to level her up what feat I was going to give her next level, it was improved close combat. Probably none of us will. Oh, I get to level up too, I think. 190, yep. Woohoo! Scouts uniquely in this game get special blaster feats. Yeah, she's dexy. Uncanny dodge is trash though, is it? Unfortunate. Pretty good in D&D. Although, to be fair, a couple of editions of D&D later. oh, this is my skill sheet. I was still thinking about Mira, and I was like, wait a second, why are all of her skills class skills? They aren't. It's because it's me. In this game, it's insanely lame. Really should have written down. You guys were telling me about caps on certain skills. I'm pretty sure I'm nowhere near the cap. I'm pretty sure it was like 30 or something. Oh, hold on. Ranking the skills compared with how extreme the request is. Okay, so it sounds like I was probably right about, like, when they give you 2 persuade options and it's 2 different phrases, about the DC being different for each of them. Demo's about 30. Persuade and security have no caps. That's why I had the 1 extra in security. Gotcha. I was about to say, but unlike security, I don't have spike tunnelers to help me with persuasion. But I do have force persuade, so maybe that's not an accurate statement either. I'm gonna... screenshot so that I have that again for reference. Maybe I'll actually remember it next time. What's I gonna do for my next feat? Get by with 15 repairing computer? Okay. I think I get... hold on. I think I get more feats. I get 1 additional feat with Weapon Master. Is there any reason to put off prestiging, or should I just go ahead and do that the next time I see Kreia? If you could go into negative values for stealth, you would. I'm trying to remember if there was something specific I had in mind for this level, but if there was, I don't know what it was. Level equivalent in terms of XP, you mean? 20. Yeah, in terms of XP, I'm now level 20. That, for how it feels like I level up very rarely, but it also feels like the last 5 levels went really freaking fast. Do it? Okay. I guess I could actually swap out companions, do it now, and then swap back again, right? Don't think you get free XP unless you use your level up. Oh, you normally get free XP from Prestige?
What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm fine. You just leveled up. When you talk to her, it gives you enough XP to level up again. Oh, I see. Do some science. Let's find out.
Yes? Have you come with questions?
I'm ready to learn the higher mysteries of the Force.
The time to hide your presence is coming to a close, and you will need to increase your training. You are ready. Your training must increase, and there are higher mysteries you must learn. But only you must know the path you will take. I cannot choose it for you. Is it battle that stirs you? To meet an enemy blade upon blade? Such is the way of the greatest of Jedi warriors, the Weapon Masters. Or perhaps it is investigating the mysteries of the galaxy, seeking out injustice and harm, and bringing it into the light. Such is the way of the Jedi Watchmen in the time of Ulic Qel-Droma and Exar Kun. Or perhaps your way lies upon the ancient mysteries, and to teach others the ways of the Force, as I have, the way of the Jedi Masters.
Kind of ironic, considering that's her description of Jedi Master, and I keep talking about this mental image I have of prestiging every companion who can, and basically creating my own little mini Jedi squad. Like, custom Jedi squad, I guess. Too bad Jedi Master is so shit, apparently. The funny thing is, after that whole, like, 4-hour long, or whatever it was, conversation I had with Atris, where I kept reiterating the point that I didn't go to war for the purpose of battle. Given Krea's description of the Weapon Master, it's a little ironic to go and choose that, but I'm just double checking because there are multiple W's. No hokey pokey, got it. Okay, just checking.
It is not some great test you require to be what you strive to be. It is only your decision to find that path that matters. From here on, you guide your destiny. But in order to take the next steps, you must face your past and put it to rest.
Fighting skills, thoughts, etc. Yeah, like a specialization, basically. To be fair, you are kind of a killer. I mean, you're not wrong, though. I think literally everybody does, Beskar. I have not heard anybody say anything nice about the Jedi Master Prestige class, to be totally honest. You were quite correct, Formation. We were doing that for science. I take it back. You is the contrarian who likes Jedi Master, apparently. Cool. So I get to level up twice. OP just knocks all down until they die. I have some very funny mental images of how that might play out now. That could be really entertaining. Hey, Darth Bunny, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. Welcome in, guys. How's it going? You've got a very funny username. I like it. Also playing some KOTOR, I see. I will warn you guys, it is somehow my first playthrough, 20 some odd years later. I did finish KOTOR 1 first, but we are currently just arrived on Onderon, and I kind of got sidetracked by realizing that I hadn't taken a prestige class yet, so I'm currently in the process of doing that. Your first playthrough too? Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's so cool. I thought I might be the only person on the planet who was playing it for the first time in 2025. How are you liking it so far? I only just finished it, like, I want to say a month ago, but it's almost the end of October, so, like, 3 months ago, probably. I think I'm gonna go with that. Doing a lot. It's been really fun. Coming back to the classics. It is an awesome game. They both are, honestly. I'm guessing you haven't played KOTOR 2 either? Or are you one of the apparently many people who played KOTOR 2 before KOTOR 1? We were just talking about that a week or two ago. This is the second game, yes, and I think that answers my question. Yeah, this is KOTOR 2. It definitely got spiffed up a little bit in terms of actually quite a few things. I was going to say appearance, but it's more than just that. Like, they added new feats and Jedi powers and slightly better character graphics, I guess. Or at least they dared to get a little more complex with them. There's hair movement in this one. At least a little bit. Thank you. I literally just had a plan for what my feat was going to be this level, and I don't for the life of me remember what it was. Or power, rather. I should probably go for either stun or force push, because they're kind of classics, and it seems silly that I can stun droids but not people. Tam losing your train of thought. It's going into the controversy video. Yes, Formation is apparently attempting to accumulate enough imagined or exaggerated facts to make a 3-hour Tamaranth exposed drama video on me. We'll see how it goes. I don't know whether to be amused or mildly concerned. Probably both. Oh, I should probably take Revitalize now. Maybe. I'm debating because I can either... Revitalize is kind of good on its own, even if you don't get it all the way up, but even then, so many of these get really good as you level them up. The world will know the truth about Tamaranth. Yeah, more options with the workbench too, for sure. And more lightsaber colors. I have my priorities straight. I don't know what you're talking about. You know what? Bador just went down in combat, and I realized Kreia does not have Revitalize. I'm the one person who's... Well, actually, that's not even true. I was going to say I'm the one person who's literally always in the party. But in KOTOR 2, that's actually not true. I am the most consistent person in the party, though. I think we'll go with that. Okay. Now... Oh. I forgot I saved before I swapped her out. Oh, now you tell me that. As tactical as you are with powers, I think you're better off picking offensive power. I could be. I could be, honestly. And I probably will next time.
Yes? Have you come with questions?
Part of the reason I didn't was because I just recently got reminded that Baldor's defense is so low. And I'm planning on having him with me a fair bit. At least for the next little while. And also because it spared me from spending the time comparing options now. I can save it for the next level, which will probably be next stream when I might be a little more awake and thinking a little clearer. Maybe. Or at least a little faster, hopefully. We'll see.
The time to hide your presence is coming to a close, and you will need to increase your training. You are ready. Your training must increase, and there are higher mysteries you must learn. But only you must know the path you will take. I cannot choose it for you. Is it battle that stirs you? To meet an enemy blade upon blade? Such is the way of the greatest of Jedi warriors, the weapon masters. Or perhaps it is investigating the mysteries of the galaxy, seeking out injustice and harm, and bringing it into the light. Such is the way of the Jedi watchman in the time of Ulic Qel-Droma and Exar Kun. Or perhaps your way lies upon the ancient mysteries, and to teach others the ways of the Force, as I have, the way of the Jedi Masters.
For our new friends in chat, I'm not choosing based on her descriptions. I'm choosing based on this breakdown of what each one actually gives you and my preferred play style. Otherwise, I probably would choose either Jedi Master or Watchman. But we're going Weapon Master because that is how I tend to like my combats, I guess. And it's kind of evened out where I front-loaded a lot of my skill stuff, so I don't really need as many of the skill points as someone else might at this level. Don't listen to her, she's bloodthirsty. She is that too, yes.
It is not some great test you require to be what you strive to be. It is only your decision to find that path that matters. From here on, you guide your destiny. But in order to take the next steps, you must face your past and put it to rest.
Looking to see if the cat was around. I'm gonna introduce him, but apparently he's not. You've become a prestige class and taken your first steps to learning higher mysteries of the Force. And as Formation said, we are now past the KOTOR 1 level cap. Woohoo! Okay, Kreia, back to the ship now. I have some team building and bonding experiences or something to do with Mira. And everybody has to level up again. Hold on. You always wished you could level up past level 20 in KOTOR 1? Would have been cool, but honestly, between the two games, I'm glad it's KOTOR 2 because there's so many more, like, feats and powers to play around with that I feel like it's definitely more needed in KOTOR 2, I guess. Do I go ahead? If you increase Constitution by +1 using, like, gear that gives you a +1 Constitution, and the gear brings you up to an 18, can you equip an implant that requires 18? Or does it have to be your actual Constitution level? No. Okay. Gotcha. Pretty sure that's different from KOTOR 1, right? I seem to remember getting really confused about why something got auto-unequipped from me, and it turned out it was because I'd unequipped some piece of gear that, like, lowered a stat to the point where I didn't qualify for it anymore or something like that. I could have also just imagined that whole thing. Con implants will drop if a character has 18 con, even if it's enhanced. Okay, so I'll get the loot. I just won't be able to equip it. Increase my stats in KOTOR 1 if I could pass level 20. Of course. Yes, that is how that works. Okay. I've already forgotten who it was I said I was going to do something specific next level on. It was him, wasn't it? What did I say I was going to do? Oh, wait, no, it wasn't him. It was her, and it was the improved close combat. I got there. I got back there eventually. Whole, like, 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, something. Ah, okay, so the prestige classes work sort of like the Jedi levels in KOTOR 1 do, where, well, sort of, where like you have to be at least level 15, but then any levels you take after that stay stuck as whatever your first level was, or whatever your first class was. Oops, I probably should have prestiged earlier. Oh well. Hopefully it wasn't too bad of a fuck up. Technically a split class build, gotcha. Oh.
Yeah.
He's already... Pros and cons? Got a fuck ton of free XP going from 20 to 21. That's true. That is true. He's the only one who can equip it, so it's kind of easy enough to give him that at this point. There you are. Wondering where you went. Say hi. I gotta introduce you properly. We've got new friends in chat. I was looking to see if his... Right, he does need a +2 in either Dex or Strength in order to boost those modifiers. Came across a lot of these CNS Strength enhancers, so let's just give him that. They're admiring you. Can you say hi? Fluffy puppy bunny cat. Because he acts like a puppy and he feels like a bunny. We have a ghost cam that we turn on when he's sleeping within range. Which, a lot of times he does, but not always. Why are you pawing at my hands, huh? Okay, ceremonial bowcaster's already better. Oh. Sorry. I don't know how loud that was. I have a limiter on my mic specifically because he occasionally feels the need to rub his face on it. And I'm sure that is not pleasant on you guys' end. And rest in peace to headphone users. Hopefully the limiter keeps it not deafeningly loud, at least. Thank you. Limiter worked. Okay, good. Repeating carbine does the most damage, I think. This one has a +2 modifier. Get down. That one actually has a better modifier. He has both of the feats already. Actually, because his dex is low, I might give him the bowcaster because like he's considering a new nap spot, so I might get to turn the cam on in a second. Because his dex is so low, I'm going to give him the bowcaster because of the attack modifier. And then... Did I give him either? No, he has... Oh. Implant modifications. And switch between these as often as he likes. And choose between regeneration, endurance, +4 con, strength, agility implants. Oh. That's insanely good. What? How do I do that? You says I give my dog some moist food. Hopefully helps not hurt his kidney like someone's... I don't think it's as much of a thing for dogs. It's kind of cat specific because they get like 80% of their hydration from their food. I don't think that's the case for dogs. Because dogs are more, if I'm not mistaken, I haven't owned a dog. I've dog-sat dogs, but I'm pretty sure dogs are omnivores. So they actually get their hydration from drinking water like normal people. Cats get thirsty too, but they have to be like really dehydrated to get like thirsty. It just like, it takes more dehydration to make them feel thirsty than it does a person or a dog, for example. But they're also what's called an obligate carnivore, meaning that they need meat, and literally anything that's not meat is not a dietary requirement for them, at the very minimum, if not outright a bad thing. So if you think about that, if they're designed to eat meat, it makes sense they'd get a lot of moisture from that, right? Whereas I'm pretty sure dogs are more like scavengers. They can eat more stuff. Zoology lessons with Tam. No, OCD anxious cat mom deep diving into facts way farther than is probably necessary. Only cat facts. I really don't know that much about dogs, but... At least in terms of diet, for sure. But yes, when I first got Ghost, I was not expecting to be a cat mom. And I sort of did the whole anxious, oh god, I want to do it right, like, deep dive into probably way more research than most pet owners ever need, let alone bother with. So he has this feat. How do I use it? This implant feat. Apparently he can choose as often as he likes between +4 Constitution, Strength, or Dexterity. Those are installed on him, so I assume it's not a thing I have to, like, get. Oh, action bar. That makes sense. Hold the onions. Okay, I was originally just going to look and see if he had either two-weapon or dueling, and he doesn't have either. So... what do I want to give him?
And so it begins.
Thank you for that, you. It's without bread, since bread is bad for dogs. You did research this. Bread is kind of bad for everyone. Yeah. What is his defense? 27. Oops. He's a better one to put this this weapon on than Baldur, because he can take the -2 defense bonus hit way better. $17 to 25 damage plus 30 to hit. Not bad. Does she have... She does have dueling.
Shiny. Let's be bad guys.
Absolutely. Just real quick, find her a better... This was my best blaster pistol for the longest time. Or one of them anyway. But I have quite a few other options now. Probably more than I should be carrying around in my inventory if we're being totally honest, but... Oops, oh well. I'm guessing unstoppable is the disruptor part. I think somebody told me the Mandalorian Ripper was a particularly good weapon. Like her rocket launcher. Yes, her rocket launcher is definitely cool. Can't be negated by anything. That is pretty good. It's actually still a damage improvement, so we'll go with that for now. Good enough for the time being. These are the Royal Palace and Jedi Master you're looking for. I don't remember which. Is this the one whose name starts with a K, who was like the strategist they were talking about? Is that the one who's on this planet? Oh, that one doesn't open. Kavar, thank you. I'm actually quite intrigued to meet him.
It's been a while since you've docked here, hey? I suppose the lockdown has hurt your profits as well. Oh, it must be hard to shuttle people when nobody's allowed to leave. The blockade has been bad for everyone.
Our ship is known absolutely everywhere in the entire galaxy. There is a queen on this planet, apparently. What's been going on here?
Your manifest says it's been 2 months since you last came here. Oh, it's become much worse since your last trip. Military checkpoints are everywhere.
Are they looking for something?
Could be. Our space forces have been in full readiness ever since the space battle in orbit. Tensions are running high. All Republic vessels must be searched, and the delays are turning pilots grey before their time. And ever since the Republic fired on our space forces, things have been even slower. Bad days. And things are getting worse. I'd get out of the system quickly if I were you, friend. Well, doesn't look like you have any trade goods, so the inspection's just a formality. Here's your starport visa. Don't lose it. They're priceless right now.
Why?
If you want to leave the planet, you need a starport visa. They're very hard to get. Many people want to get out of here before things get worse.
Good thing I'm still carrying around the plasma torches from Paragus, along with, like, a miner's uniform. And my point here is that I don't get rid of stuff in my inventory nearly as often as I really should. So, the biggest risk of losing it is me not being able to find it in my own inventory, not actually me getting rid of it. I hope. Barring game design interference, of course. How's the situation here on Onderon?
There's strict food and water rationing, and General Vaclu's troops have been very thorough in finding Republic dissidents. Bombing's very common.
Commander Rippers usually do good damage. Yeah, I actually have two. I would have given her both, except she has the dueling feat, so it's better for me not to. I think she must have already had the first level of that, because otherwise I feel like I probably would have given her 2 weapon. But if she's already got dueling, then might as well go with that. Well, did she know she was foreshadowing? Starport visa.
If you want to leave the planet, you need a starport visa. They're very hard to get. Many people want to get out of here before things get worse.
And I want to hear this part again.
There's strict food and water rationing.
Oh, I thought there was a
General
sentence
Vaclu's
before that.
troops have been very thorough in...
Can I go now?
Certainly. Mind what I said about the starport visa. I know one captain already who can't get back into the starport.
Well, it has my name on it. That's a good start. As party members will have to hold an intervention for rewarding. I mean, they're benefiting from it, so do they really want to?
I have questions for you.
Go ahead.
You fought with Revan and Malak during the Mandalorian Wars. Why?
Fair warning, if Darth Bunny's still around or anybody in their chat who has not played through KOTOR 1 or has not finished KOTOR 1, there may or may not be spoilers. I don't know because this is my first playthrough of KOTOR 2. So I don't know when to warn you. Just FYI. Do we really need 18 blaster carbines? I mean, no. No, I would sell those down to... I might hang on to 1 or 2. 1 or 2 of everything kind of ends up being my... kind of ends up being the state of my inventory at the end. In my defense, they set up the premise that plasma torches open doors where you can't pick the locks. So they sort of encouraged it from the very beginning. Granted, I don't even remember the last time I ran into a door that actually let me open it with a plasma torch. So it seems like that might have just been a progress thing, but still. Revan and Malak during the Mandalorian Wars. Why? They were the only Jedi who realized that the Republic would fall without the support of the Jedi.
Huh. We'd never faced Jedi before, and didn't know the threat they represented. You've always been in the Jedi Order. Things that are common knowledge to you are rumors and stories to the rest of the galaxy. We only knew what we had seen in holovids and from our experience with Exar Kun. And by that time, he was completely a Sith. We thought we would triumph easily over such noble and compassionate leaders. Those are weaknesses we easily exploited in the past. What did you think of us?
So you get a lightsaber that can just disintegrate every lock. I mean, fair. Two feels more personal than one, I think. Given that my character's entire argument for going was that we were supposed to be protecting the Rim world, and we weren't. I have a feeling by the time she actually got there, she probably did not have a very high opinion of the Mandalorians, to be fair. But that doesn't necessarily mean, I mean, it was 5 years ago? No, 10 years ago. So, it doesn't mean I have to be super, like, insulting about it, I guess. I'll be honest with them, though. The Mandalorians were a menace that had to be stopped.
Is that so? Ever consider what would have happened if we'd won? The Sith would have
Probably
been
a lot.
nothing more than a border skirmish against the might of my clans. We would have brought a new age of strength and expansion to the Republic, with a wealth of the core worlds providing arms and warships to fuel our growth. Instead, the Republic won. Look around you. Look at what your precious victory has brought you. I ask you this, is the galaxy better off for the Republic's victory?
Interestingly enough, I feel like that second option is pretty... In a way, it could be pretty appropriate for a general. I mean, obviously, a general has to consider a lot of potential outcomes. But they also have to commit to something. Which is where I feel like the I don't deal in what ifs is probably pretty in character for her. Besides, it sort of dodges the question. Because I'm not 100% clear on what exactly like, if the Mandalorians actually had plans to drive the Sith back, or if he's just assuming that that would have happened naturally. And if it's the second one, how many worlds would have died in the process? Not sure that's worth it. Either way, I don't deal in what ifs.
Just think about it. Now, was there something else you needed?
What's your take on the Republic?
The Republic is a stagnant beast that had been killing its people for years before the wars began. Were it not for Revan's strength, the Republic would already be dead.
You seem awfully complimentary of Revan, considering she almost destroyed your people.
Only Revan was worthy of our respect. We swept through the Outer Rim without any opposition until Revan assumed command of the Republic forces. Only then did the battle turn. But as you know, only a handful of Jedi fought, while the others cowered in their halls, afraid to meet us head-on.
Ooh. Oh man, that's striking right at that Mandalorian heart of his, isn't it? Perhaps the Jedi thought the Mandalorians a threat not worthy of their attention. I'm not sure I want to plant that idea in his head, because then if he decides... Because then what if the Mandalorians decide that the only way to get the attention of a better opponent is to kill even more people? Like... Because that kind of seemed like what they were trying to do, right? They were trying to, like, basically provoke a fight that would be considered worthy. Or at least part of it. It wasn't fear that kept the Jedi from fighting.
I'm sure there were good reasons. I'm not accusing you of being a coward. You commanded the Republic fleet that destroyed ours. You were a worthy opponent. Now, was there something else you needed?
A lot less cantankerous in this game. But the whole stimulants thing kind of... I mean, to be fair, that could be literally any Mandalorian for all I know, but...
I thought that the Force would be enough of a weapon for a Jedi like yourself. Need a little something extra to work up your courage in a fight?
Well, now I'm second-guessing myself because... that didn't actually sound like him at all. Taking advantage I can get.
That's a good position for a warrior to take. But even better if he relies completely on his own strength. Here you go. But don't get too attached to them. I only have time to make so many. Now, is there something else you needed?
Do you know anything about this world?
Like us, the people of Onderon are warriors. Early in their history, they built ISIS to protect them from the beasts that swarmed on their world. No matter how far they've progressed, they're fundamentally still warriors standing watch on their battlements. They don't like outsiders, and their inability to take ideas from other cultures gives them a fundamental disadvantage in warfare. They fell quickly during the Mandalorian Wars despite their martial skills. Their technology and doctrine are not in the same league as Mandalorians. Now, is there something else you needed?
Can you tell me about the Mandalorians?
The Republic thinks my people are dead, scattered. They are wrong. You should have destroyed us when you had the chance. As long as one Mandalorian lives, we will survive. Our honor, fortunes, and lives revolve around battle. From our earliest history, this has been our way, as it will be always.
you tell me of Mandalorian history?
Our history and our ways are something we shield from outsiders.
Not enough
Only on the
influence, I guess.
battlefield can you truly learn someone.
I feel like a lot of her life has sort of revolved around war and battle, but more in terms of intensity than actual quantity. Because presumably it didn't really revolve around that at all until she went to the Mandalorian Wars. But presumably most of her life revolved around Jedi Order stuff, but also so many things got turned upside down after that one turning point that it probably would feel like that. But also the various comments about battle fatigue and not wanting to have to do that again and make me lean toward option one. There's more to life than war and battle.
There are, but those are luxuries. Luxuries that were paid for by the blood of our warriors, alive and dead. The Mandalorian clans will be united. Then we will take back our place in the galaxy. But we live in times of action, and I've said enough for now. We can speak of this again later. Now, was there something else you needed?
Okay, Beskar, have a good night. Information says your life definitely revolves around it right now. I mean, yes, but also I feel like it's I feel like it's a sort of grudging doing it out of necessity type of thing for my character. Like, I feel like, at least from what I've learned of her past so far in the conversations between Kreia and Atten behind my back and stuff like that, I feel like my character is sort of desperately clinging to the idea that there's something besides war and battle to life. I feel like it probably definitely doesn't seem very much like it right now, but I feel like that idea might be kind of the thing that's keeping her going, if that makes sense. You're certain the clans will follow you.
We have suffered defeats before, but none like our defeat at Malachor. Our spirit may have faded, but it hasn't died. It will burn bright again, like a star in the heavens.
I wish I could remember exactly what it was. Something Kreia said. I think it was something Kreia said to Atten about something along the lines of me turning away from the battlefield and desperately not wanting to go back, or like being fatigued of conflict or something like that. Yeah. Sort of. I'm not sure what he's chasing, but you know he has something under the door that he's fascinated by. That's Ghost what he thinks. Ghost thinks he must do battle against whatever's underneath the door, I guess. Oh. I think it's a sock. Ghost definitely says we must pounce into battle. Ghost chat is cheering you on. Why hadn't the clans come together earlier?
The end of the Mandalorian Wars was something new and unknown to us. Revan fought us like a true warrior and defeated us on our own terms. Revan embodied our philosophy and showed us our own weaknesses. Then she exploited them. It was a painful lesson. With Mandalore dead, our weapons taken, and our pride destroyed, many lost their way. But I will change that.
Hasn't anybody tried to do that before you?
Only Mandalore can command the clans. There was no new Mandalore for many years. I can tell you want to know more, but we can talk more later about this. Now, is there something else you needed?
This feels like an insult. But it's a companion conversation, so I gotta try it, because I gotta explore all the options, right? As the leader of the Mandalorians, I would have thought you'd be tougher than you are.
I fought countless battles. Ones most didn't walk away from. The wounds add up, and even the implants are all that keep me going sometimes. I may have been stronger in my youth, and stupider, but now I've got to rely more on my armor, my weapons, and my cunning. Now, is there something else you needed?
Well, he didn't take offense at us, that's good. How did you become Mandalore?
Being Mandalore is the greatest honor for our people. Mandalore's helmet is passed from one leader to the next. When Revan executed Mandalore before our eyes, she cast Mandalore's helmet away, denied it to us. She took Mandalore's helmet and left with it. If she hadn't done that, a new Mandalore would have been chosen that day. But without leadership and direction, the clans scattered, fell apart.
I was literally just thinking, all over a helmet? How did you find the helmet?
During the Jedi Civil War, I met and traveled with Revan.
Yes,
I was
I
there
knew
when
it!
she defeated Darth Malak, and traveled with her afterwards. Eventually, she told me where she had taken the helmet. She set me upon this path. We can talk about Revan and other things later, if you like. You know enough for now. Now, is there something else you needed?
In another life, I knew you, Mr. Cantankerous. You're considerably less cantankerous now, and I must say I kind of appreciate that about you. I don't know what this question is going toward, but can you do anything to help out?
I am Mandalore, leader of the Mandalorians. I will help you fight your battles and plan your strategy. But I will not be your errand boy. Find some other lackey to do your bidding. Now, is there something else you needed?
Interestingly, he sounded more offended by that than by me commenting that I expected him to be tougher. Quite old. Exar Kun was like 40 years before the first game. Yeah. God, so he's like 80 or something. 70, something like that. You, come here. You're weak and scrawny without my powerful weapons and defenses. Special sale just for you. Salesman, man. They're the same on every planet. Be any younger than like 63. Likely 70 plus, yeah. Wait, wouldn't 63 have made him 13? Been 10 years since the Mandalorian War. 40 years before that. 50 years ago, right? Wouldn't he have? I mean, maybe possibly older than Kreia. Well, I guess... Does her being temporarily dead count toward her age? Because that might knock a few years off. Oh! Mandalorians are considered adults 13. I did not know that. I take it back. Yep. Definitely at least 63. Yeah, it could have been. What do you know about ISIS? Everything turning to soil heap here. Military is very bad. The Queen rules here, but many of her troops are more loyal to some evil man. He won't let me sell my goods in ISIS. How can you stop bad people without repeating blasters and energy shields? What do you know about the Queen and General Baklu? Queen Talia says, some say is weak, others say is not. She wants to stay with Republic. General Baklu is her cousin, powerful man who thinks Republic is trouble. Republic brings great miseries to his peoples, but Baklu is more evil because he won't let me sell goods in the city. What do you ever sell? Things not allowed inside the city. Stupid Onderons can't see need for my weapons. People need my goods, something. They say my goods are banned, so all these killing implements are sitting here unused. You get special sale from Margar's misfortune. Let me see what you got in stock. That's literally, for a second I thought it was a new gel shade thing, but it's literally the exact same as what I'm wearing, isn't it? No, not quite. Oh, wait. No, my damage immunities came from add-ons. So did the regeneration. So 1 persuade, 2 charisma, 1... Oh, I don't want to sell it. Yeah, okay, it is the same. Tremor sword. A Gazdan Riot Buster. Of course it does sonic damage. Obviously. T Spectral Target Assessor. Oh, there's that unarmed accuracy gloves we were talking about. Might grab them just so I have them on hand now that I have been shown in no uncertain terms how decent unarmed damage is when lightsabers are not an option. Oh. That was one of those premonitions, wasn't it?
Fair winds to you, Offworlder. Is it too much to hope that you are a Telosian merchant?
Why do you ask?
These beasts you see here are for delivery to Telos, but the Republic vessels that transport them have to wait for thorough and needlessly long searches. So the city is stacked with caged beasts waiting for their ships. We have stopped gathering beasts now, but they still fill the city. For Drexel and Ryder, the Ithorians brought wealth and prosperity. Our settlements prospered, but now...
Who are you?
I am a beast rider. I have flown great distances gathering the animals you see here. We keep hoping that Ithorians or Telosians get through the Space Force's searches so that we can sell them.
Tell me about the Beast Riders.
Our people have been here for centuries, though we were not always one with the wilds of Onderon. In ancient times, our people were criminals, prisoners who were cast out of Isis and sentenced to die by the beasts in the wilds. But our ancestors learned how to survive and even tame the mighty beasts. They became our strength and companions. We fought endlessly with Isis for resources and survival. But 2 generations ago, an Isis princess named Galia and a great beast rider hero, Oron Kira, married. They united our peoples. But now things are unraveling. Even the beasts can smell it in the air.
How are things unraveling?
Many beast riders have fallen to the city ways, and some are now no more than common thugs. Queen Talia and her cousin General Vaklu argue in open councils. The beasts stir from the changes in the wind and cannot be calmed, and we beast riders find it harder to enter the city each day.
Why is it hard to enter the city?
No one is to leave the city without the starport visas. It chokes passage in and out of Isis.
Why does Telos want your beasts? Their reforestation, I'm guessing.
Telos was attacked by Darth Malak in the Jedi Civil War.
Or the equivalent.
The surface was completely destroyed. The Ithorians have been searching for appropriate wildlife to create a new Telos, but their merchants are stalled by the blockade.
Their beasts seem restless.
They have been kept in their cages for a long time, but yet at times I feel as if something else is affecting them, frightening them. Perhaps it is the city itself. Isis has fallen upon dark times, and tensions run high in the streets.
You have so many beasts in cages.
These beasts you see here are for delivery to Telos. But the Republic vessels that transport them have to wait for thorough and needlessly long
I asked
searches.
him that already, didn't I?
So the city is stacked with caged beasts waiting for their ships. We have stopped gathering beasts now, but they still fill the city. For Drexel and Ryder, the Ithorians brought wealth and prosperity. Our settlements prospered, but now... Calm.
What? Run! The bomber is out of control!
Yeah, we'll get it. Sorry, gotta kill your beast, though. Interesting.
That's another one for me.
Houdini Brahma, right?
I don't know what to say. I had heard stories, but I assumed that they were fledgling riders, or simply tales that grow in the telling. Not since my first Drexel have I lost control of a beast. I apologize profusely. Here, I give you these credits for the danger I put you in.
feel bad because he's talking about struggling to sell beasts, and I mean, we were plenty equipped to handle it, to be fair. But I'm a little nervous that if I pick that before I ask questions, it might not let me come back and ask questions. What stories are you talking about?
The beasts grow more agitated by the day. The stories say that the smoldering fires of city politics cast a smoke they can smell and breathe. They revert to their primal instincts. As you've just seen, when they get that way, not even a skilled beast rider can control them. As soon as I leave here, I will talk with my family. There is much to be discussed.
Thank you for the credits, but they aren't necessary.
Please keep them. It salves the shame my beast's behavior has brought me.
In the latest news today, the Onderon Space Force has confirmed that a Republic military craft initiated the space battle over our planet. Sources inside the military say the first shots of the massive battle were fired by the Republic vessel.
That is so not true. That's such bullshit.
The Hawk is a capital-class vessel, and it destroyed 15 Onderon military fighters before being destroyed by Colonel Tobin's forces. Queen Talia is expected to make an announcement later today.
Pretty sure we just ran away.
Whether her support of the Republic will falter due to this attack is unknown.
Interesting. Oh, great. Not losing my starport visa is a freaking quest, which means it's definitely going to get stolen from me.
You'll have to answer some questions before you go into the city. What is your business on Isis?
Well, there you have it. You were destroyed. Game over. I guess so. Little did I know I was dead. We skip the formalities? Looks like we're both in a bit of a rush.
Why not? I can see you have no crates or cargo, and your ship is obviously not affiliated with the Republic.
No,
you're free to go.
Obviously
Don't
not.
lose your starport visa, otherwise you won't be leaving for a long while.
I'm getting more and more nervous about the starport visa by the minute. Also, no, definitely not affiliated with the Republic. Definitely not the Pacific Republic vessel that you guys were shooting at. I didn't even use Force Persuade. That was just a regular persuasion. Okay. I guess that transmitter thingy... No, actually the transmitter thingy couldn't have worked because they recognized us anyway. Mysteries abound.
I'm Captain Galisi, Off-Worlder. If you want to pass here, I'll need to see your starport visa.
Oh, wait, I'm an idiot. We came in on the shuttle. Not the Ebon Hawk, duh. Freaking Mandalore shuttle. I'm tired, okay?
Let's hurry this up. I want him escorted out of here quickly.
This is outrageous. I'm not a spy. I'm a journalist for Isis Com.
You're a Republic spy, and your propaganda will be silenced. We are taking you back to our barracks for interrogation.
But, well, you can't be serious. You accuse me of propaganda? I have proof that Vaklu is withholding information on the so-called Republic.
One more word of treason out of you. What are you looking at? This is none of your business.
Please, ma'am, help me. Vaklu's troops won't listen. I'm just a journalist, not a spy.
What's going on?
This spy has been using his position as a journalist to spread lies and dissent among our people. No doubt he's been up to other treasonous activity as well.
But that's just crazy. I was a member of the Resistance. I fought in the Mandalorian Wars.
Yes, and your disloyalty now deeply sickens me.
You think questioning is necessary? He's obviously quote-unquote guilty? Maybe it's because I'm so tired, but I'm not sure whether that's supposed to be a pointed jab at his obvious bias or an actual dark side option. Do you have some sort of warrant?
A warrant? General Vaklu passed an edict giving the military broad authority to detain and question anyone suspected of treasonous activity. It was specifically meant for us to pick up spies like this before they could leave ISIS or go underground.
A journalist would be a poor cover for a spy. They're not well known for their discretion. I mean, it's not a bad point, honestly. A journalist would be a poor cover for a spy. They're not well known for their discretion.
This is just because I try and expose the web of lies that...
Enough out of you! Perhaps this traitor is more of an agent provocateur, sent by the Republic to sow dissent in our ranks.
Bless his heart for still trying, I guess. You have proof of any sort?
That is classified military information.
Of course it is. How many other journalists are being rounded up today?
I don't have time to answer your barbed questions, off-worlder.
Presumably human. Almost certainly human. Only because there are some humanoids who aren't actually, like, from what I can see of Visas, she looks human, but she's not. Same with, I guess, the Mandalorians. But, no, but maybe that one's just me, because everybody else seems to be able to tell a Mandalorian, even without their armor, I guess? I don't know. Most Mandos are human. Oh, well, that explains that. The whole reason I was going down the human, or not human, rabbit hole, or most certainly human rabbit hole, I guess, was the likelihood of force persuasion working on him. I don't use it very often. But I feel like the DC for persuade is going to be pretty high. Persuasion skill doesn't have anything to do with force persuade, right? They're two separate things. It's like they're either subject to it or they're not. Or does your persuasion skill actually help with force persuade? They're separate, okay. The other thing is that I'm pretty sure the DC on the persuade is going to be pretty freaking high. And from an in-character standpoint, this persuasion doesn't seem like it's as guaranteed to last. Like, if I make him think he's got the wrong man, then he doesn't come back for the guy later. Because he's still the wrong man, right? Presumably. Anyway, from the tiny little bit I know about how Force Persuade works canonically, I guess. It also leaves me with less of a bad reputation, I think, amongst the guards until I figure out what the fuck's going on here. Like, even if this one works, I could see him really resenting me for persuading him. I don't know, maybe not. Either way, I could get myself potentially into more trouble. I haven't considered if forced persuasion fails. Either way, it's bad, but... Right. You have the wrong man, don't you?
I have the wrong man. Yes, you heard me right. We have the wrong guy, so let him go. But watch it, both of you. If I hear even a hint you're up to something, I'm coming back.
You better not try that on me, or you'll be taking shrapnel out of your guts.
I don't know how to thank you. I'm getting out of ISIS now. Eventually, they'll come back for me. After that, I have a feeling no one will hear from me again. Thank you.
You went through all that effort to try and tell what they were considering treasonous, like, as they were trying to arrest you, and now you're not going to stop and tell me about it? Apparently not. Okay.